Hi YouTube, it's Lady Phoenix. I'm going to bring a message to you from the Dragon. So over the weekend, the Dragon launched and I kind of already had this message together and in the works, but then since it did launch and it was successful, I decided that I will go ahead and put it out. So I wrote it like 2 weeks ago. And as you may know or may not, I don't know if you even are like a astrology buff or like a, if you even follow NASA and all of that stuff. I do. But so initially the first launch didn't go off as planned. So they rescheduled it and it was set for Saturday. And this is June 2nd. This is I'm recording this video on June 2nd. It's Tuesday. So the initial launch was scheduled for I believe that was like the 31st or the 30th or whatever. But it was whatever Saturday was. I don't y'all know me. I don't keep up with dates and all of that good stuff. But so it was supposed to, and then it didn't because of the weather. And then they, or maybe it was Friday they even was scheduled it for, and then it didn't happen because of the weather. And then when they rescheduled it, the second launch, which I believe was Saturday, did go off like it was supposed to. So the initial launch didn't happen. And then the second launch happened. And so once that was successful, I decided that I would go ahead and give the message. And like I said, I wrote it like a couple weeks ago. So since that launch was successful, I am bringing the message of the Dragon tonight on June 2nd. So it is... Now, I pulled cards for the Dragon, and I pulled Awakening, and I'll just say that Awakening in the Angel deck, I do associate with the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot deck. So if you're like, well, it says Awakening, what's that? I just correlate this. I associate it with the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot. So it's Awakening, and that's Pisces energy. It's water energy. So this read, I have a bunch of energies happening, and they're fluent together. So it's like a little of fire, it's a little of water, and it's a little of air, but not much. Actually, it's a lot of fire, it's a lot of air, some water, and a very little bit of earth. So that's how I'm gonna give it to you. So it's like it's basically 50-50. No, I can't say 50-50 then if I'm going to give you the other percentages, but it's like I'll say 30-30, so that'll be 60 being air and fire. And then divvy up the rest how you like, but I'd say after fire and air would come water, and then would come earth. Okay, but very little earth. And I'm sad to say that, because like most of the messages that's been coming out that I've been given have not had very much earth energy, and I'm not sure why exactly, but that's what it is, and it is what it is. Okay, so like I said, Awakening first. This is the predominant energy of this reading. It's Awakening. It's the Hangman. It's seeing things from a different perspective, shedding a new light on a certain situation or subject, as well as the Three of Air. But this is like more of heartache, heartbreak, devastation, things not working out the way you had hoped for, things like that. That's the Three of Air kind of energy. But then we have the Six of Fire, which is the Six of Wands, and that is very promising because it's like a victory. So like even after the heartache and the heartbreak, there is some victory that comes from all of this. Okay, and then we also have the King of Fire. This king is it's a motivational king. It even says that actually at the top. Motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and a charismatic king. This is a strong king. It's a leader. It's someone who like you know, takes the reins and leads things to a more promising situation. Very fair, but very passionate. But like I said, this the air energy comes first and then the fire energy. So let me just preface that. But it is the dragon. It's the reading of the dragon. The dragon is number 59. So when I do my numbers and everything, the number that I had correlated for the message of the dragon was 59. And the number for the Hanged Man, which is the awakening card that I showed you, is number 12. And then I have the Six of Wands, like I said, which is the number 6, of course. And then the Three of Air, Three of Swords, and the King of Wands, okay? So let me just get into it, and I'll tell you, I'll give the breakdown as I go along. Like I said, I wrote it a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't sure when to put it out or if I was going to put it out. But like I said, I write these, and then Source lets me know when to put it out. And like I said, the first launch didn't happen, and I didn't feel the need to put it out then when it wasn't successful. And then the launch happened, and then I was like, okay, now's the time. But then a couple days went by, and I still didn't feel the need to do it until today. So June 2nd, okay? So it says, you're very passionate and assertive with your passion, and that's worked to your advantage in the past. But now you're entering a phase in your life where you're going to need to dial that back some. And that's been the theme for the times that we're in. You got to kind of, you know, you're very passionate, you're very gung-ho about how you feel, and you should be. No one should even make you feel like you shouldn't feel like that, because you should. But for right now, with everything that's happening, I think you need to scale that back, whoever I'm talking to. And this may be a fire sign, and it may not be a fire sign. It may be an air sign equally, because like I said, this is predominantly fire and air, pretty much the same amount. So it could be an air sign who has actually taken on fire sign energy, or it could just be a fire sign who I'm speaking to. Like I said, air being Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, fire, Leo, Aries, Sag. But it doesn't even matter. It's just that's the energy that's surrounding the message right now. So it says act with less haste. In the recent past, you've made some decisions and taken some risks, and now looking back on it, you wish you hadn't. Now, we all have to learn to live with regret. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? But like hindsight is 2020. This is the year 2020. So now that you know better, you should do better. So like, yeah, you may have done things in the past and it didn't work out to your advantage, or it may have not been the right thing to do and you realize that now, but don't dwell on that. I mean, because hindsight is 2020. You didn't know then what you know now. So what you know now, you use now, and you apply it to things that's happening right now. Okay? So don't worry about it. Just you know, do better now that you know better. Okay? It says you're taking some risks and now looking back on you wish you hadn't. You are looking at things for from a different perspective, or a different viewpoint, or just from a different vantage point, and you realize you could have fared much better in some situations if you had acted less hastily. But like I said, you know, we don't come with manuals when we're born. We don't know, you know, which way to go. We figure it out as we go along. And so with that being said, if you've made it to this point and you ain't dead and you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you got a chance to redo it. You got a chance to, you know, it's a do-over for you, and that's a blessing. That's good. So take it for what it is and get going, okay? But don't sit there and harp on it, because there's nothing you can do about what you didn't know then. You just got to take it from what you know now and go forward, okay? It says overall, you are proud of your progress, but not satisfied for where you are. And that's like most of us. Like if we're it had expected to be at a certain point, but we're not there yet. Yeah, you're satisfied that you gotten to this point, but you know that you could have done better. So like now you want to get to that better. And that's you should. Okay. So but you're proud of yourself for where you are. You're just not satisfied at this point. So you feel like you need to keep going to get to where you want to be, and that's good. Keep that momentum, keep that drive, but you do have to dial back some of your assertiveness. You do have to like scale back some of that passion so that you don't make the same mistakes that you made in the past. And you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, I'm not gonna preach. It is what it is. As long as you understand, you may be entering a new partnership with a Pisces that's going to be very successful. I feel like I'm speaking to a group. So like if you're in a business deal with 3 or more people, I feel like it's 3 or more. So if you're in a business deal, whoever I'm speaking to, like I said, it could be a fire sign, it could be an air sign, it also could be a water sign. I don't really feel that much earth, but it could be whatever. It doesn't matter. It depends on where your moon and your rising is too. So that plays a lot of part, because some of us we're not so much dominant in our sun, even though that's our dominant sign. Is some of us are more dominant in our moons and our risings, depending on which way your energy flows. And that's just how we are. It's no rhyme or reason, and you can't really figure it out. No one really knows why. It just is what it is. It's just the way you take on your own personality. So like I said, it doesn't really matter, but if I'm speaking to you and you can definitely it's resonating somewhere, you know I'm talking to you. So and I've said that in past videos, like whoever I'm speaking to, you know exactly who I'm talking to. Like when I give these messages, you know if it's for you, and you know if it's not, or you know if it's for someone that's close to you and it resonates. You're saying, okay, I'm hearing this for such and such, or I'm the parent of, and I know that this is pertaining to my child. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be a grown child, it could be, you know what I mean, whatever. My wife, my brother, my sister, it could be anybody that's close to you. But because you're the one that's hearing it or viewing this video, you know that it's just coming through you. So like I said, just take it for what it is, how it resonates. You know to pass it along, and if it's for you, then you know to use it. Okay. It just says so I feel like I was saying, I feel like I'm speaking to a group, maybe 3 or more people in this group. But you're entering into a new partnership. And I don't know if that's because, well, I'm going to say this. There is a Pisces within this group of people. The group is going to be successful in whatever it is whatever endeavor this is that y'all are embarking on is going to be very successful. But I feel like the Pisces person is going to be the person that actually has got to take the lead on this one, even though I feel like there is a fire or air sign person who is dominant in the group. I can't really express it or like say why I feel that way, but I feel like there is a more aggressive energy that's in the forefront, but maybe has to fall back for one reason or another, and I'm not sure why. I don't know why, but I feel like there's a water sign, and specifically a Pisces is going to be the one in the group that's going to have to take the forefront instead of the more dominant person, which is this air or fire sign person. So like the group is going to be successful. Whatever endeavor this is, it's going to work out for you guys. It's going to be lucrative. It's going to be everything that you hoped it would be. But the person that y'all thought was going to be like the spokesperson for the group, which is this air or fire sign energy, is not going to be the person that's going to be able to do it. It's going to have to be this it's going to have to be this water sign person that has to actually be like you guys' spokesperson. And I don't know why. But that's what I'm getting. Okay. So maybe the air or fire sign person has more of a bubbly personality, just more of an outgoing person, more of a people person. And so that was the person that the group thought would be the like spokesperson for the group. But I'm here to tell you, it's not going to be that person that you guys thought is going to do it. It's going to have to be the person who's more reserved. Is this water energy. It's this Pisces person who's going to actually have to be like the spokesperson for the group for whatever reason. And I'm not sure why. Okay. This person, this Pisces person is going to have to be like you guys' PR. It's going to have to be the person that actually speaks in public for you guys. It's going to have to be the person who actually speaks on behalf of the group, or the organization or the business, whatever this is. The Pisces person is going to have to be the water sign energy. I feel like it's a Pisces, but it could be any of the water signs. Actually, it could be a Cancer, it could be a Scorpio, but I feel like strongly it's a Pisces. But this water sign energy is the person that's going to have to actually be the spokesperson for you guys, even though that's not who you guys initially like wanted to be, or however that worked out. I don't know. Maybe the air energy or the fire energy person had put like more of the legwork in, so they automatically thought that they would be the person that did the speeches, or because I feel like you guys are going to receive some kind of award, or some type of accolade, or something like that. And then the person who's going to actually be in the public eye was going to be the fire air person, but it's not. It's going to be this more reserved person, the more quieter person of the group. Some water sign energy that's going to have to actually accept the award on you guys' behalf. And like I said, I feel like it's a Pisces, but it could be a Scorpio or a Cancer person, but I really thought it was a Pisces. But let's see here. Now there was recently a cut to the whole group. So like I said, I think it's 3 or more people in this whole business venture, this group, or whatever this is. I think it's 3 or more people, but I feel like that there was another person that was a part of it, maybe a 4th or a 5th person. It could have been 5 now down to 4, or it could have been 4 down to 3 now, or something like that. But y'all had to get rid of somebody. And it was some turbulent circumstances that y'all had to cut this other person out. And you know what? I kind of feel like that the person whoever, okay, I know I'm getting like all over the place, but just kind of go with me on this one, y'all. But I kind of feel like whoever y'all thought was going to be in the front, so whatever air or fire sign person that y'all thought was going to be in the front, the reason that you can't be in the front and that the water sign has to take more of the like PR, so to speak, energy, is because the person that you guys had to cut, it was out of consideration for that person. So I'm not sure if the person who had to get cut out of this business venture or this group or this whatever this is, I'm not sure if that person and the person who's the fire or air energy that's still in the group were the closest together, and that's kind of how I'm feeling. But I think that the person that fire or air energy who was out in the front now feels more obligated, out of consideration for the person that they had to cut, to fall back and let the water sign energy kind of take the front. Just because I think that maybe you two were the closest, the person that had to be cut with the fire or air energy that was in the front, maybe have been the people that actually started this whole thing or got it to jump off in the first place. And then now that y'all had to cut that person out, that fire or air energy feels maybe some like survivor's guilt, I don't know, or just feels like out of consideration that they'll fall back a little bit, so not to like show off or whatever, and let the let the water person, do the speaking and that or whatever, so that that person that got cut doesn't feel so bad, or just out of consideration for whatever went on. I think that fire air person fell back just so that the person that got cut doesn't feel so bad. That, and I don't know what all that means, but whoever I'm talking to, y'all know. So and that's good, because like when stuff doesn't work out, it's and someone had to get dropped for whatever reason or another, it's never a good it's not a good look to gloat or try to make that person that got cut to feel less than just because they didn't make it and you guys did. You get what I'm saying? So I think out of respect for that person, because they did carry a lot of the weight along this way, and I think that it's a good thing that whoever was in the front sort of fell back and let the less dominant energy take control of the situation, just because of how turbulent things have been for you guys. And that's respectable. Okay, enough on that. That person, now I will say, the person that did get cut, that's no longer with you guys, is going to be very successful at whatever it is they have coming up. Like, they have something in the works anyways, that they're going to be embarking on soon, and they're going to be very successful too, even though they're hurt that it didn't work out with whatever you guys had collectively together. But I feel like they're going to be okay. Like, they had something else anyways in the works, or they had other eyes on them anyways. And it might have been because of the group that they had these other eyes on them, but they're going to be fine. It's just the fact that they won't be a part of what you guys had going on. But not all things work out the way that we think they will, or we hope they will. But everything happens for a reason, and whatever this reason was, they'll be fine. They're going to do just fine with whatever they got coming up. Trust me. What else? You guys are all going to do some spiritual healing. Like, all parties of this whole thing are going to need to do like some spiritual healing at the end of this. And you're going to have to do it with the elements. So like the spiritual healing practices, like with the earth and nature. So like if you're a runner, like if you jog or if you run or whatever, go for a jog while it's raining. That way you can reflect and contemplate on like the things that happened and what's going on, and then wash them away. So you might even want to cry while this is happening, but just go run, get it all out, jog, think about what happened or how it happened and how it all unfolded. Give yourself a good cry, but let the water from the rain just wash it all away. And once it's over, it's over. Let it go. And then if you're not a rain, like I like the rain, so that's why I said I used rain and jog, because I run too. So I like to use the rain and the jogging as just like an example. But like if you're not, just like get in a car and drive. If you got a sunroof, open up your sunroof. If you've got a convertible, let the top back. Like just let the wind blow. Don't play no music or nothing like that. Turn everything off and just drive. Let the wind blow. And as everything is blowing and the air is open on your face. Just let everything flow out. Think about things that happen and then let it just blow out in the wind. Let it all go in the wind. Just like the rain washes everything away, let that wind just carry it away. Just think about everything that happened, reflect, think about what you did, what they did, however it worked out, and then let it go. Just let it go on in the wind and let it go. And then after that, you should feel refreshed. You should feel new, okay? But that's it really. That was it for that. That was the dragon. That was the message of the dragon. Like I said, the number 59 was for the dragon. The Hanged Man, which is awakening, which is number 12, the 6 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the King of Wands. That's it. I hope this helps somebody. And I love you guys. Thank you. Stay strong through everything. Stay strong through everything. Stay alert. Stay alive. Love you. Thank you.